Hi folks, quick garden update, and I've been very clever, well not very clever, but I'm putting all links in below to where things are. There's some grapes, there's some cantaloupes, there's Mexican sour gherkins. I've got it written down here with numbers on where they come in, so I'll put in links so you can go straight to the pot, see what you might want to look at. And I thought, bit of a brain fart maybe. Because I've got this willow tree, and willow trees make aspirin, and willow trees encourage root growth. I was wondering if I could make like a willow tea to feed tomatoes and stuff, because tomatoes like aspirin. I don't know about other plants, but anything that encourages root growth might, sort of be helpful. Now, it's just a thought. Anybody got any ideas or experience, or I might even just try it. I've got a couple of tomatoes that are looking a bit crappy, but and I might try it on one of them and do a comparison. I'll have to cut some leaders off a willow and boil it up and make a tea and try it on one of the tomatoes or two of tomatoes and see if it improves them. But anyway, nice to be nice. Have a look through. Cheers. Just having a look at this corn. I'm going to be picking some of this today. Weather's just been so warm and humid, everything's just got like mould on it, but should be alright. There's an interesting insect, and a spider, daddy long legs there. I don't know what that is. I've never seen one of them before. If I can get it in shot. And some of these corn's going a bit crazy. I'm going to pick that and peel it. I'll show you. See what's happened with that. See if it's edible. Got a bit of a problem with earwigs in here as well now, but you can see there's a ladybird up there as well. Yeah, it's not very pretty. Looks like it's trying to sprout at end. There's a couple like that. Probably compost that, I think. Maybe I left it a bit too long, that one. I have had some off it, but they are nice. They're sweet and tasty, as the name suggests. Well, that's one that got away. That one's a lot better. I'm going to be eating that very soon. Well, as you can see, Powdery Mildew's had me cucumbers, but we've had lots of them and it's still producing. I'm trying to produce. Oh, there's a big one. How did that escape? But yeah, it's still producing. We're getting cucumbers off it all the time, or off these. There's two plants here. I've got another one which I planted a bit later on. Your patty pat squash. They've also got the powdery mildew. I'm probably just going to cut all the leaves back on this and see what it does. Might give it a spray. Sorry, dog. Shouldn't stand behind me. Get a spray. And these little melons, cantaloupes. I'm going to pick these. I think these have done due to, again, powdery mildew. But from what I understand, if you press here and it's got a little bit of play in it, it's ripe. But we'll see. I'll cut one open and have a look. And the grapes have come on. Can't see. They're all ready now. Well, not all, but you can see there's a few bunches in there. They've attacked the corn. Probably needs another cut back. So I don't know what's in there yet. Tomatoes looking a bit suspect now. The ones that I planted in the garden also come to blight, but this one looks a bit dodgy. I'm going to give it a spray, I think, with some baking powder, and just see if that'll cure it. But I'll be saving some seeds from these yellow ones. They've come true and they're really nice, really sweet. Got no idea what name are, but they worked out well. A bit of insect damage on this. Even slugs get up there, look. But this, anomaly, this is supposed to be a black cherry, but they don't look black and they don't like cherries to me. But I'm really happy with how many tomatoes I've gone this year, although that's not very spectacular to some of you guys, but I've had absolutely no luck until this year with him. That was the help of that little roof. Thanks, Harvey, for the suggestion. And this little vine here, going up from the back, was some seeds I had left, which I tried and tried with him, and I had no luck at beginning it here. And it's a mouse melon. I planted the last 5 seeds, or 3 seeds I think, and I got 1 plant out of it, and I thought it was just going to be for fun. I don't think I'm going to get, well, I didn't think I was going to get anything off it, but I might just do. There he is, behind the fig, a little melon, or mouse gherkin, or Mexican gherkin, whatever they call them. But that's, I might actually get to taste one of these, weather permitting, because it's rather chilly this morning. It's getting down to 7. It's just been a crazy summer this year. Extreme warm and extreme cold, and extreme humidity. But we'll see what occurs next year. I could have probably done with a bit longer, but it's edible. It's very juicy, but just maybe not quite as ripe as it could be. But we're still doing alright, we're picking loads of stuff out of the garden. Got lots of beans to come, although I didn't have much luck with beans, but we're still getting enough to eat. So, yes, melons. Probably not a good year for the weather. And there's an interesting spider, just spotted. Very pretty. Amazing what you see in it in garden, or in your shed. Just moving this compost bin split open, so it's absolutely teeming with stuff. There's lots of wood lice and red wigglers. And they've all vacated now, they've all gone under here. Lots and lots of worms in there, look. They're going in there. Black plastic sheet. I've got all this what needs tidying up, and I'm going to put it in there for next year. Hopefully it'll be ready next spring, that. I'm saying it's been a funny old year with weather. I mean, leaves are beginning to think it's autumn. Trees, I mean, they're turning yellow. It's quite early for this year. It's really early. So I better get prepared in garden. That's that. Emptied. Put it on that bed. And that bed behind. What I'm going to do is put a black plastic mulch over it, because it's full of volunteers. That's almost all pure worm castings. I saved a bucket full of worms and dropped them back in there. Now I'm going to go and get some stuff to put in it. So that's them put to bed. I want to plant through that. I've got me some autumn stuff and winter stuff, which I'll use for that. It should stay a pretty good bed, that. There's not much compost in it. I've got the compost bin back together, put some bucket full of worms in, and give them some leaves and stuff. So I'm not going to plant now. It's raining. I've had enough. Had a busy weekend.